howstuffworks.com, my favorite website. Like, this blog it's decidedly awesome, but that website just completely blows it away, like 100 times. So I've been taking this Facebook sabbatical, and I have to admit it's probably one of the best things I've ever done with Facebook is stop using it for a while. What I found was that I was just, it was like in my favorites. Whenever I would open my laptop, it was just like mindlessly click on it, and oh, there it is. Yeah, nothing's happened. Cool. Check it out 10 minutes. Oh, yeah, still nothing's happened. And it's like, I do stuff in between them, but it's just this automatic zombie function. So it's been interesting stopping that. I had a little bit of trouble with it at first, where it was like, I don't have anything to do right now. I guess I have to actually do work. So I was more productive, and it's going to change the way I do Facebook from now on. So that was good. Alright, so we're in a series right now, the Exercise Lifestyle Series, episode number 2. I wanted to call it something cool, so I thought maybe the first step to mastery. Thought maybe that'd be kind of sweet. So let's get started. A lot of people know that my beef with conventional education is that we don't really start with the reason why. We just start kind of doing it, and not really in a very productive way either. Because the trouble with starting a project without knowing why is that eventually you tend to not do it, especially if it's hard. The point in this first step then is to figure out your big reason why you're going to exercise. And naturally, this first step can be translated to anything that you're going to do. Any big project that you've got lined up, anything, start at the big reason why. Your big reason why could be best described as an intense emotional, visual, feeling experience that can overcome the intense, emotional, feeling experience that is going to keep you from accomplishing your goal. I'm embarrassed. I'm tired. My body aches. I don't think that this is going to work. The list can go on and on. The mind will come up with any reason possible to avoid changing its current status. Because its current status is where it's comfortable. It's okay with it. It's gotten used to it. It's not scary anymore. Well, we have what I'm going to coin right now as stationary mental inertia, meaning that things that are at rest tend to stay at rest, and it requires force to put them in motion. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't work that things in motion tend to stay in motion, because those continue to require force to overcome the force of friction. There's mental friction as well. And those thoughts are mental friction. They're going to keep you from moving forward unless you have a greater force to overcome them. And that force comes in your big why. Let me give you an example of a big reason why. I exercise because of the way it makes me feel. I know when I haven't exercised in a week. I can feel it. My body feels different, feels worse. I don't like it. Picturing in my mind and feeling the way that I'll feel after I've exercised, that's a strong, big reason why. That overcomes the mental friction. It's a force. This concept of being able to see the victory before you actually have achieved the victory is something that can be translated to every part of your life, every big project that you work on. If you can see the victory before you actually achieve the victory, you're already halfway there, man. It's just a matter of doing it. And if you see defeat before you have achieved anything at all, then you probably won't even get started. And remember, this is a process. Mastering this right out of the gate is not going to happen. Life does not operate in terms of instantaneous results. I think we know that as far as head knowledge, but we don't internalize that idea, that concept of everything takes time. It's going to take time spent on the project over time. It's got to become a part of your muscle memory up here and in your hands and in your body. You got to live it long enough that you believe that you live it, and your body understands how to live it without you telling it how to live it. It just does it. That's mastery. In any case, your first step is to figure out your big reason why you're going to do it. This is any project, anything. Figure out your big reason why. I'll give you another big reason why I exercise. I was just hanging out with my little sister, just got her new basketball, soccer ball, and football. And so yesterday I went over there and we played with all three of them for about 2.5 hours. I'm going to live that lifestyle my whole life. There's never going to be a time when I'm not going to be capable of playing with the kids. Seeing myself in my head playing football with my kids or grandkids, or heck, let's go with great-great-grandkids. Visualizing this in my head is a very strong, intense, emotional experience. It provides a punch against that force of friction that's telling me, oh, you're tired. You got other stuff to do. Sweaty is gross. And believe me, I sweat like a beast. Get your big why. Second step, go and play. Seriously, go play. Second beef with public education is that we don't play with stuff enough. These are the rules, this is what you're being tested on, this is what you're going to learn. All the other stuff, it's unnecessary. When you're first starting out in anything, screw unnecessary. You never know what'll be necessary for you to create this connection between what you don't know and what you do know, and that's how you learn. You take what you know and you connect it by a bridge to what you don't know. And you have no idea what will act as that bridge. This is important. We don't all have the same web of knowledge coming into something. If we all had the same web of knowledge, then we could all just learn the same thing and we'd all have the same results. We all have immensely different backgrounds, and that has a different web of knowledge. Your web of knowledge might have some growth over here that I don't have. This growth over here can create a bridge over to this unknown variable. Whereas for me, a bridge over here is going to connect to this unknown variable. We both connect to the same thing, but in different ways. Screw unnecessary. You have no idea what will connect what you do know to what you don't know. First, get it straight that we learn by connecting things that we don't know to what we do know. That's huge. Then understand that we all know different things. I'm 20 years old. I've had 2 decades to learn a bunch of stuff. You've had how many years you've been alive to learn your set of stuff. Both of us can learn the same thing, but we will take different approaches. Guaranteed. So what does that mean as far as exercise? It means getting to know your body. Getting to know how it feels to move your body in different ways, stretching it out, finding your balance, just getting to know your body, getting to know what you're capable of. The very first thing I would recommend doing is going into your living room or wherever the heck you live and just seeing how far you can stretch in every direction. Just how far can you go? What joints are in pain? What parts of your body are completely inflexible and that you need to work on? What the strength level is of your stabilizer muscles, which are going to keep you from injuring yourself when you're doing compound movements like squats or bench press. But what's even more important is that when you start to get to know something, you start to care about it a little bit more. What a lot of people do is that when they see their body kind of falling apart, they start to kind of move away from it. They're like, oh, well, you know, me and my body, we just don't dig one another. Start to, you know, I mean, it's your body. You got to live in that thing your whole life. Be nice to it, get to know it, serve it, love it, teach it. It's a part of you. You gotta be good to it. And once you know your body, once you're filled with the desire to serve your body and teach it and make it better, make it stronger, make it faster, make it more capable, you're gonna start seeking out information. And this is gonna become a process that builds on itself. Momentous process. For the next video, I just want you to get to know your body. But first, you've got to understand why you're doing it. If you don't understand why you're doing it, it's gonna fail. You gotta know why. Episode 2 of the Exercise Lifestyle, the first step to mastery. I don't think I need to remind anybody anymore about referring me real estate business. I think it's just pretty obvious that you should. So get on it. See you in 2 weeks.